What is going on, everybody? This is Brandon from Comics Kings. Welcome back to the kingdom, or welcome if this is your first time. This is the comic book show where we review comic books, we interview creators, and we have just a lot of fun comic book conversations over here on the channel. So if any of that interests you guys, I recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on your notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, follow us on Instagram at Comics Kings. That way you are the first to know about all the announcements coming up on the channel. Now let's get started with this brand new segment I have for you guys. I'm going to be giving my comic book recommendations for New Comic Book Day, April 13th, 2022. So I'm going to be letting you guys know what I'm going to be picking up, what I recommend you should, and what you could possibly avoid this week to better keep your wallet intact and happy, right? To help you guys out. So let's get started with DC first because they released their books on Tuesday. This video will be available for you guys on Monday. So we got Flashpoint Beyond #0 by Jeff Johns and Eduardo Risso coming out first. This is going to be Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint universe. So Jeff Johns' character in his universe that he built pre-New 52. So pre-DC went to hell. Yes, DC has been not so great. Since Jeff Johns has departed, he's back writing this 6-issue miniseries. I'm excited for this because we are going to be back in the Flashpoint universe. We have seen Thomas Wayne take a nice little trip in Infinite Frontier, Justice League Incarnate, so let's see what he's up to in the Flashpoint universe. This is a $6 issue, so proceed with caution if it's outside your budget, right? I totally get that. Make sure you guys pick up the trade or the hardcover when that comes out, because it'll be a little bit cheaper and probably a much better reading experience that way. But I'm still going to be picking it up. I'm excited for it. I like Jeff Johns a lot, and I really like Eduardo Risso, so we're going to be going with that. Next up, we got Naomi Season 2, Issue number 2 by Brian Michael Bendis, David F. Walker, and Jamal Campbell. Guys, I don't know why I'm still picking up this book. I'm going to give it this issue. If it does not satisfy me, it's gone. I really liked Naomi Season 1. I have the hardcover. We reviewed it here on the channel, so you guys can go check that out on Archives. But I don't like her with the Justice League. I never did, and I thought that was the most detrimental thing to her character, was putting her on the Justice League before she's ready. This Season 2 has not really grabbed my attention. Right now, we are trying to figure out where D is because he went missing. He was her mentor from the first volume. So we're going to be going with that. And also seeing Naomi get more self-revelation about herself and her family. We're going to be learning more about that. So cool. We're going to see where this goes. If it doesn't interest me after the second issue, it's gone. And then we have Superman Son of Kal-El #10. This is going to be by Tom Taylor and Asayan Tormi. I hope I pronounced that right. His artwork is beautiful, by the way. This book was also on the chopping block before the Nightwing crossover, but we are going to be seeing The Rising starting now. So Bendix, the leader of Gamora, is going to be raising hell for John and Jay. We're going to be seeing exactly what's going on. I hope we get more character development with Jay because he's an interesting character. I just want to see more of that than his powers, right? Because we've been addressing more of his power set more than who he really is. So I hope we're going to dive into that. I hope that John can use his lessons from the Nightwing crossover that he learned from Dick. So I'm excited for this, but I'm also really cautious about it because there have been some issues prior to the Nightwing crossover that I just did not enjoy. So we're going to keep going with this. If you guys are reading this one, let me know in the comments below. And then we have Wonder Woman 786 by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. I'm excited for this one. So we're going to be continuing the Trial of the Amazons. This is almost like Game of Thrones mixed with Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. So I'm excited for that. Hippolyta died. We got to get answers for that. We'll see how Diana reacts. I'm excited for this issue. Just hit my freaking hand on the desk. Ow. And then from Image Comics, we have A Town Called Terror #1 by Steve Niles and Simon Kudaransky. I really like Kudaransky's art. I think he does really good job writing these gritty or drawing these really gritty noir sequences, and I love Steve Niles' work. He's a great horror writer, so I'm going to be picking this up. This is a new #1 from Image, so I'll let you guys know what I think of it as well. And then we also have coming out from Marvel Comics, we have Black Panther #5 by John Ridley, art by Juan Cabal, who I'm a huge fan of Juan Cabal's. John Ridley has slowly impressed me with this book. However, I want us to return to Wakanda and really see the environment there because we haven't had that in a very long time with the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. But what's going on right now in this book is we have like a traitor in the secret agents that Black Panther set up all around the world. We're going to see how the Avengers react to it and the Wakandans react to it because the secret is out. And Black Panther has to come to terms with his dishonesty with his two teams, the Wakandans and the Avengers. So who knows? Could this break their trust forever? We're going to find out. I'm excited for this book. And then we have Elektra 100. This is also a $6 issue. And this is almost going to be like one of those celebratory issues where you're going to have a few anthologies that we're going to see where she's going forward. And essentially, she's going to be writing this, so her returning to the character is going to be really exciting for me. I'm a huge Daredevil fan and a huge Elektra fan. So I'm definitely picking this up. If you guys are skipping this out, you're not going to miss much because I guarantee you everything will be explained in Daredevil #1. But the last story in here is going to be a prelude to that. So is that worth $6? That's up to you to justify. For me, it is. So I am going to be picking that up. I'm also going to be picking up Eternals 11. I recommend this book because if you are getting ready for Judgment Day, this is going to be a huge precursor into that story because we are going to be seeing the Eternals and the Avengers face off. The Avengers are trying to stand up to the Eternals because they're tired of their BS. And then we have Ajax. She's going to be going to see a Celestial and getting answers there. So this book is definitely going to be pushing the events forward. This is by Kieran Gillen and Asad Ribic. So I'm really, really, really excited for this. Then we have Venom #7 by Ron V and Brian Hitch. This has been a pretty slow burn lately. So we're going to be seeing Dylan step more into the shadows. I really like Brian Hitch's art. Ron V is a great storyteller, so I'm excited to see where we're going for this. However, I'm more and more cautious to see where this plot is going, right? Because I don't want to wait forever for it to get started. But this is the 7th issue already, so we need to get started somewhere. So I'm hoping this issue will really drive the hammer, the nail into the wall. And then we have X-Men #10 by Jerry Dugan and Javier Pina. This is basically going to be getting more character development with Laura and Sync because Sync has left the team. So obviously we're going to be getting answers for that. We're also going to be going in a new direction, seeing an old villain from the past. They have not revealed who yet. So I'm excited for that. I've been picking up all the X-Men issues. I will say this one is, I would say if you're going to keep 2 X-Men titles, I would say keep the ongoing and Immortal X-Men if you are keeping 2 X books. But I'm really digging this series by Jerry Dugan. And then the next one I am going to recommend because it is a #1. It's going to be X-Men '92, The House of X Thing by Steve Fox and Salva Espin. This is going to be going back to the 90s, but we're also mixing the Krakoa era with the 90s, getting ready for the animated show coming out on Disney Plus later when it comes out. I don't know exactly when they're dropping it. Sometime I think in 2023, 2022, if I'm mistaken. But this is going to be a precursor to that. You don't need to read it. You really don't. I'm just an X-head, so I'm going to recommend it to you. But if you're on a budget, this is one of the ones that I would consider not picking up because you're going to see it in the TV show, right? But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys are going to be picking up in the comments below. I'm excited for that. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Station!